acts
Yeah.
of the Gog and Magogian scenario.
Because, and I'm just going to say this because, and suddenly I did the mental math and I thought, okay, my first thought was Israel will defend itself, and that they will have to take care of this problem that is sitting on their border, and if they really take care of it the way it should be, then the nations would have their excuse to gather against Israel, which all figures into this Gog and Magog. And here's a little.
First, let's examine how this man is basically saying that Israel, if they were to take care of the Palestinians like they should. So when you look at Jewish literature, your Torah, Tanakh, how did they? How did the Israelites take care of people? Well, when we look at something like the city of Jericho, they killed all the men, they killed all the women, they killed all the young babies, they burned all the animals, they burned the entire village, the whole city, and let it all be destroyed. In other times, they killed all the men, killed all the women, killed all the young boys, killed the women who did not know of a man, have sex with one, and they kept all the young girls as wives for themselves. So basically, if Israel takes care of the Palestinians like they should, then virtually this man is saying that they should genocide those people. And then that will give the other nations the excuse, the excuse, the excuse to form up against Israel, which is something that we're seeing. We're seeing other nations form up against them because of their inhumanity, their attempt at genociding the Palestinians right now. And that he put on Gog and Magog. He said the Magogian and the Gogian. Magog and Gog. Most people have heard of Magog and Gog. Most Christians know it from Revelations, where it talks about how right before Messiah ben Joseph comes, Jesus, that Gog and Magog will rise up against Israel. And most of you Christians today will say that that is China and Russia. That's your Gog and Magog. But how many other people have been Gog and Magog? Depending upon the time frame that you're looking at, Josephus said that Magog was the Scythians. Others have said that it is the Mongols. Others have said that it was Prester John. Others, because they were at the gates of Alexandria. Others have said that it was the Goth and the Magoth. So depending upon what century you look at, any nations that rise up against are considered to be Gog and Magog. Now here's a truthful thing. During the time frame of Noah's son and Japheth in Genesis, you'll find that Japheth bordered against Magog, right? And the prince of Magog was called Gog. So Magog and Gog are not two separate entities, but one is the prince of the other. Gog is a person, an individual. Magog is his country to which he rose up against. So this idea of two factions coming together is not what it means. You can't take what it meant in Genesis and then reformulate it to make it fit your paradigms in Revelations. It either means what it meant in Genesis, or it don't mean shit at all. And in reality, it doesn't mean anything at all. If at any time you can place Gog and Magog to be any person and country, or any two countries that fit your current culture, your current political issues. This is the problem with your little prophecies, is that you can take anything and make it fit into your prophecy so that you can justify it. So instead of those countries having the excuse to come against Israel, they have a valid reason for coming against Israel when you are genociding the people, handling it the way that it should be handled by Israel. That is obscene. Americans, y'all should be looking at it in the same way that when I was sent with many others to Desert Storm, when Iraq came and took Kuwait, we were sent in to liberate Kuwait, got a Kuwaiti Liberation Medal and everything because of their treatment of the Kuwaiti people. But yet, the treatment of the Palestinian people is worth your ire instead of being worth your heart, because your allegiance to this religion and to this God clouds your humanity. But you have a great day. And remember always to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.